Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? Let's talk about the timestamp and gap code. Today is May 30th, and these are POTUS Trump's tweets on the Pacific Coast time zone. If you're in a different time zone, your minute past the hour is going to be the same, but your hour is going to be different. The other thing that's always going to be the same, no matter what time zone or wherever you are in the world, is the time in between the tweets will stay the same. The minutes stay the same. The hours will be different depending on your time zone, but the time in between the two tweets will always be the same no matter where you are in the world. Therefore, we can have the timestamp and gap code. Let's talk some about the code right now. We're talking about ghost timestamps. Ghost timestamps are when a tweet gets deleted and we use that as a marker. A marker is a spot to use between two tweets as a gap to send secret messages via Twitter, via Q drops. POTUS Trump is sending comms to Q followers that match up to Q drops. There's nobody that's watching this video that doesn't understand that concept. We're all just trying to figure out how it works and fits in. Q505. Marker between tweets. Confirmed. When you have two tweets and the time in between the two tweets is the gap of 0, you go ahead and use 1 and you minus it or you plus it. The kill boxes, if there's a number in it, you -1 or +1, whatever the Q drop is. It goes deeper than that, but we're just going to get started. So we're back to the marker in between two tweets. We've got the 0 confirmed. You don't subtract anything from the actual gap. You take 1, 5, 10, and 15. You take and make a map. All of the Q drops are connected and timestamps are very, very important. I was going to show how important they were by using the last few. POTUS Trump has tweeted since I've done this video. I have not written them down. It just happened. This is his second tweets today he has deleted. This is why we call it a ghost timestamp. The last 3 tweets here have a 3-minute time difference in between them. If we use the gap of the marker between the ghost timestamps, which nobody has, because if you go to his timeline and look to see if these tweets even exist, they don't. If you're not being and paying attention, Q220, paying attention and analyzing in real time, you won't be able to see and understand all the secret comms that are happening. There is no outside comms. What do you think that means? Do you think that means that there is inside comms? It's completely up to you. So if we have the map of the 505, and if you want to get all trippy about it and see if timestamps matter, this is on January the 7th, which is 1/7/17, Q17. If you go and look at, I forgot to write it down on this here, you go look at the timestamp on Q505 and go look at that timestamp and then go look at that Q. Okay, most people won't be able to handle reality. So what we've got going is I was going to go ahead and show how important timestamps were off of this one, but then I kept just noticing how deep it gets and how I was like, I couldn't really draw a map in enough detail and to get it to show and explain. So from the gap between this deleted tweet, even though it shows 2, it's only the same timestamp, shares the same timestamp. So this tweet from here, this tweet from here, and this tweet from here has a 5-hour, see how we got this, the blue one is 5 hours and 49 minutes time difference. The green one here is 5 hours and 50 minutes, and the yellow one at the bottom is 5 hours and 52 minutes. We take the gap of 0 of 549, we take and minus 1 and plus 1 is 48, 550, okay, 5, yep, 40, 549 plus 5 is 554, and so on. We've seen this graph many times. And so when I was trying to do this one, I was like, oh my gosh, because you mirror each one of these, right? Mirror. The code gets very complex. It gets very deep because it's a road map. The road map goes across the whole country, or excuse me, the whole Q map. And so when I was doing that, as I was starting to write my notes, that's when I started realizing, I'm just like, wait a minute, it just gets, if I start mirroring everything, it shows all the different stuff. So here's just, if you look at some of these quickly, I don't want to, that's there. Just look up these Q drops. You'll see that the story's connected. Then you mirror them and you're just like really starting to get like, wow. So this is the last Q drop on the Twitter page, I believe, or it's similar to one of the last ones. You can go back and look at it. I'll show you how to read these maps. We are looking at a gap of 24 hours and 37 minutes. It will be more explanatory when you go and look on that Twitter page. And we use the Q drop 505 as our marker, the confirmed marker. If anyone knows what Q505 means differently, or can, like I say, want to put in 2 cents worth, let's do this, man. This is where we go one, we go all. I'm trying to share everything I know and giving it freely to you so that you can share it however you desire and feel. They see and know all 24/7, 365. Don't be slickstas. Anyhow, so here's how we read this map. We go with -1, +1, 5, 10, and 15. 5, 10, and 15. And we go and look at these Q drops. Like I say, there's road maps, so you can mirror some of these things. There's other clues, there's other hints. We look at the date that they're on these, and you go look at the Q drop. Go look at Q drop 17. Go look at your Q drop 71. So it all makes sense. There's no gaps. I'm not saying I have it down, all of it figured out. Of course not. But there's not too many places. I get lost on this map right now. I can drive you to what state you want to go in. I'm in the state of confusion. I will take you to any other place you like to go. Jesus Christ has helped me. Helped me incredibly. Showed me all this stuff. It's absolutely amazing. All the glory to Jesus. Here's another decode that was the last 1 or 2 on my Twitter timeline, just to help you show how it is. There was an 11-hour and 54-minute time gap between the 2 tweets. I can't remember exactly which one it is right now, but it shows that it's a perfect example. I forgot to draw the lines down here further, but it's the same system. Every single one of these are based off of 505 for the past, say, well, anyways, a while. But if you go and read these, you know, it's POTUS Trump validating drops via planning timing. So once again, Patriots, I hope this helps you understand what's going on. You're going to be surprised how fast things are moving right now. Yeah. Thank you, Q. Amen. Looking for a Q wave still. 6 out of 6? What?